Hi, my name is Abigail Justice, and you're listening to the Adams State Podcast. Today I'm here with Sheldon Rocky.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sheldon Rocky. I'm the director of the NextGen grant.
And today we have you here to talk about the NextGen grant because it's so new and exciting, especially for Adams State. So what is the NextGen grant?
Yeah, so that's obviously a great opportunity for Adams State and the community in the local region. NextGen is a grant that's provided by the USDA. The USDA is concerned about their workforce. They come out and claim that 60% of their workforce in the next 10 years is going to be retired or not available to work anymore because they're aging out. So they are concerned about that. They're out there looking for the next generation to come in and provide those jobs so that the USDA can maintain what they've been doing. So they've sent this grant out. It's coast to coast, and Adams State was fortunate enough to get a large portion of this grant. And what it provides is scholarships for students that want to come to Adams State and study anything that has to do with food, agricultural, and natural resources. So that's where we'll start. Yeah.
I know personally for the NextGen, my family is in both the food industry and the water industry, so I have a little bit different take than most, and I grew up with family on ranch and friends on ranching, and so I think this is very important, especially so we can help America in the long term.
And of course, for me, I grew up in the ag industry my whole life. I come from a family farm here in the San Luis Valley. Our family has been in the San Luis Valley for 4 generations, so very active and very concerned about our industry and the community. And this grant provides not only scholarships, but also looks at internships for those that are qualified for the scholarship. And it's a great opportunity for our industry to kind of get things rolling and keep our industry healthy as well. So,
as I was reading your the article that was put out on the archives, I thought it was interesting the opportunities that the grant would give students. Do you want to go more?
Yeah, I do want to mention that what we're doing right now, and the scholarships are available for current students that are already enrolled in degrees that match those, couldn't call it FAN, but food, agricultural, and natural resources. And if you match those degrees, I can provide a scholarship, but the only thing we have to do is we have to make sure we find you an internship first. So if you have an internship, you pretty much qualify for a scholarship. And then I'm handling it the other way for those that are new students that can come to Adams State as out of high school. We want to get them a scholarship. We want them to come here. We want them to be interested in those degrees and those career opportunities. And once they get here, then we have to go out and find them an internship. So that internship piece is very crucial and a big portion of what the grant has provided. And those internships are paid internships as well. So
I think that's really important, especially with our current job market, especially for Gen Z. There is a problem with Gen Z being able to get jobs as well, especially in ag or other departments. And internships are one of the biggest building blocks to help Gen Z, my generation, actually be able to build the skills so they can get jobs and have the experience to, be a good applicant.
Yeah, and the one thing I've discovered as I'm moved into this position and I've gone out and trying to find internships and talking to students that are currently doing them, what I've decided is we need to do more than one. We need to have several so that they can get their foot in the door, but also kind of get a taste of all the different opportunities that are available in these fields. If I can give them a little bit an internship at a tractor dealership and then also go work out do some river rehabilitation, that gives them a different view of different things and maybe some other different interests. So
I think that's very important, at least in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I also liked how the other opportunities listed on the article were like field trips, tours, job shadowing, a semester long paid internship, which we were just talking about. Mentoring and tutoring, which is very important, especially trying to get a job, career counseling, internship counseling, coaching, and many more. Is there anything else you want to add on that topic?
No, I think so. And this, not only are we focused with those that are at Adams State, the portion of this grant is also concerned about trying to get middle school kids, high school kids also interested in these career opportunities, these industries. So we will also be outreaching to the local area in all high schools and middle schools, trying to just get kids involved in agriculture and natural resources. And what we'll be doing is providing them with those field trips and tours, also going into the classrooms and teaching a little bit, just to try to encourage them to consider going into agriculture. So.
I know personally one of my favorite classes in high school was my ag class with Mr. Marty. He was one of the most joyful people, and he made that class like really fun, and we talked about tractors and tools. It was a very fun class to take, and I think most students should take
it. And definitely we're focused
like
on those schools that do already have ag classes, but we're also going to do a bigger outreach to those that don't have that or they don't have those classes available in their high schools. So
I know my school is a little different, especially because I was talking to you beforehand. I went to Agate High School, which is the middle of nowhere, and my class was of 3 when I graduated high school. So
yeah. No, and then we're definitely got a connection with those that have FFA chapters, and so those are the kids that we're obviously already have an interest in it. So we want to focus on them a little bit too, but also not just to say only it's those kids that have an opportunity to be in FFA. We need to be able to be approachable to those other high schools as well. So
I think that's really important, especially with like the outreach for everyone and not just a specific group. And we already talked about the impact on Adams in the community, but I wanted to go into that again, just because it's such like an important topic, especially because it's about our food and agriculture and how we live today.
Yeah, no, it's definitely, and we do have the food science program here at Adams State that's, I think it's really interesting if you want to come in and just learn about where we go from the field to the table. That's, if you have an interest in that, really consider going into that degree. It's so broad, but it also is, you can get focused in on the kitchen side of things, or the sales side of things, or from the production side of things. So I think that's cool. I think, like you said, how does it impact our community? This community obviously thrives on agriculture and food and natural resources. We have a lot of natural resources in this area, and if we can just draw in those young people to continue this, I don't want to say legacy is probably not the right word, but it's such a huge part of our community. It's economically the biggest portion of what brings in economics into the community as far as income. And if we got to keep that here, or if not, we don't have the community. So. And
I know throughout Lake Colorado, one of our biggest, like, how we make money is through agriculture. And I think it's important that we need to keep that up so we can, thrive as a community.
Right. And this is going to sound cliche, I guess is the word you use, but everybody's involved in agriculture because we all eat and we all wear clothes and we all drive vehicles. So we all have, agriculture is important to our everyday lives, to everybody. So we're all involved one way or another. So. And
thank you for coming on today.
Yep.
If you guys have any questions about applying, please reach out to Sheldon at srockey@adams.edu. Again, srockey@adams.edu.
Yeah, and I'll mention if this gets out to those that are considering Adams State, applications for the current scholarship round is due the end of this month. Those scholarships will be awarded in March so that students in high school can make decisions on where they do want to end up going to school. And then after that, we'll have another round for those. And then if you're a current student and you're involved in any of these degrees, please reach out to me at that email and we'll get you set up. So.
Alrighty. Thank you for coming on today.